Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we got another different style of video. This one is going to be talking about something I talked about in yesterday's video, actually. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, I did a reaction to a video called Twitch Rewind 2020, and in a part of that video, if you haven't been on Twitch recently and don't know, a lot of the big streamers have been getting into Pokemon card opening old school, nostalgic Pokemon cards on stream that are worth, and I mean this quite literally, a metric ton of money, like incredible amounts of money. And in that video yesterday, I basically said, you know, like I'd like to talk more about the Pokemon cards, but it would take up a whole video in of itself. And in that video, it was already a long one. I didn't want to add in a whole part, me explaining Pokemon cards and all that kind of stuff. But I figured, you know what, why not make a video about it today? If people don't know, I think it's an interesting thing to look into. In the background here, I'm just going to be playing a video from Mizkif where he's reacting to somebody reacting to finding an old collection of Pokemon cards that's worth a lot of money. I don't even think I'll have the audio on in the background, but just something to look at about Pokemon cards while I talk about this. I'm gonna actually fast forward to the interesting parts right there. All this stuff on the right doesn't matter. The cool stuff's pretty much on the left. Anyways, though, if you haven't been on Twitch, maybe you don't know, but recently a lot of the streamers have been getting into opening these old school Pokemon packs, which are worth a lot of money. Even right now, there is an event going to be happening on December 7th through 13th that Ludwig organized called Pokemon Week, where a bunch of huge streamers bought old school vintage Pokemon boxes and they're going to open them on stream every day for a week. And these boxes range anywhere from 20k for a box to 70k for a box. Like they spent that much money to buy the box. And it's got a lot of people thinking, why in God's good name would you spend that much money on some cardboard, on some Pokemon cards? And the answer is, to be honest, the value of these Pokemon cards, if you don't know, is insanely high. Like these ones that this guy is showing in the video now are base set 1 cards. I don't know if they're first edition, to be honest, but if you can get a holographic of any of these cards in the base set, they're worth insane amounts of money, especially if they're first edition. If they're not, it's less money. But like there was a holographic Charizard first edition and it was up for auction on eBay, and I'm pretty sure it sold for like $400,000 for 1 card. Mainly because collectors care a lot about these cards, mainly because they're very nostalgic. Obviously, if you are a younger person, you probably don't get it as much, but for the older people in the audience, if you collected Pokemon cards as a kid, you understand why this is so nostalgic. Like these cards are what you opened when you were like a little kid in like elementary or middle school, and they're valuable because they're so old. Like, and it's hard to find these old things in such good condition. Like if you can get, basically there's a rating system called PSA. You send your card to them, they look at the card, they measure if there's any scratches on it, if there's any imperfections, a lot of different aspects, and they give your card a grade on a scale of 1 to 10 based on how like perfect the card is. And a 10 is like perfect, mint condition, like best card you can find. Now I will say, in the video in the background, none of these cards are probably going to be 10s, but like the 10s go for insane amounts of money. Like that Charizard I was talking about that sold for 400,000 was a 10. Anything less than a 10 goes for less money, but collectors want these old school cards in as good of condition as they can find them because they think they're worth that much money. They think, you know, we're like, these cards are never going to get reprinted, right? They're never going to get another box with these cards in them. The only thing that you could do is buy the old ones that people saved from like 20 years ago. So you can understand how 20-year-old boxes in perfect condition are probably going to be worth a lot of money, because you can find this Charizard first edition holo in it worth $400,000. So like if you can find that 1 card, you make your money back, and it's hard to find the boxes in good condition. So people are willing to pay even more amounts of money in order to possibly find that. You ask why? Mainly the main reason is nostalgia. I mean, at the end of the day, most of these people like the Pokemon cards and want to open the Pokemon cards because it's so nostalgic. Like I said, you grew up with it. When you grew up with something and you rediscover it years later, your immediate reaction is to want to get into it again because it's so nostalgic. Understandable, of course. But I have found it really enjoyable to watch, mainly because I am also very nostalgic myself about Pokemon cards, but B, because I just enjoy gambling. And at the end of the day, no matter what anybody says, looking at you, Logan Paul, this is gambling. And I say that because if you haven't seen it, Logan Paul kind of started this trend. He kind of brought back opening the base set boxes and got a lot of people watching and wanting to open them for themselves, which, you know, good on him. I enjoy it, so I'm happy that he did it. But he did it in a very scummy and scammy way where he kind of portrayed it as like, when you open it, you probably will make your money back. And it's like, no, you're pretty much never gonna make your money back. There's only a couple cards in each set that are worth more than you are gonna pay for it. So at the end of the day, I consider it gambling, and I think you have to make that distinction because, especially if you have like a younger audience, you don't want to get them into buying these boxes and thinking they're gonna make money back, because you're probably not. It's just gambling at the end of the day. But most people, like the big streamers, can do it because they make a shit ton of money, and why not? Like, if they make a ton of money and they enjoy Pokemon cards, just let them, you know? They can open whatever they want, and it's very nostalgic for them, so good for them. But again, from a viewer standpoint, I enjoy the gambling aspect. I enjoy gambling in general, watching it happen, because I'm broke as shit, right? Like, I can't afford a box. I probably couldn't even afford a pack. Even just a single pack from these sets are going for like $1,000 to $2,000, right? Like, I can't even afford that. So seeing somebody else open it is cool, because it's like, I want to open it, but I can't. So seeing them open it and seeing the gambling aspect of it has been very enjoyable for me to watch. And I think a lot of people too, and that's why it's been doing so well in like viewership. Ms. Kiff, who we're watching on the screen now, opened a box a couple weeks ago with Train, and they both, I think Ms. Kiff had like 80k viewers on his stream, and Train had like 80 or 90 or something like that on his stream. Like, both had insane amounts of viewers on the stream, because it's so cool to watch open a box and like see, oh, are they gonna get that valuable card? Are they gonna get the card worth so much money? Like, it's so exciting to see. Also, this guy's collection is insane. Each one of these Charizards is like so much money. Even if they're not PSA 10s, even if they're like PSA 7s, they're still worth a stupid amount of money. And for how many he has, I didn't say earlier in the video, but his collection is worth over $1 million. Like, it's that much money. Also, I just want to say shout out real quick to PokeRev and Ms. Kiff. I have their video on in the background, and they're reacting to another guy's video, but both of them make really cool content. I said that in the last video about Mizkiff. PokeRev opens a lot of old school Pokemon packs. He opens an old school box every week on his stream on YouTube. Really cool guy, really fun to watch. He has an insane Pokemon collection too. So if you're into Pokemon and you want to see that, you should check out him. He's got an insane collection. But either way, continue on here. Basically, this whole video is just me kind of summing up why people like opening Pokemon cards so much, and why people like watching people open Pokemon packs so much. It's just so nostalgic and fun to watch in terms of like a viewer. From a viewer standpoint, it's very fun to watch like the gambling aspect, like I said. That's why I enjoy it, and it's very fun to watch people lose money, especially because it involves nothing for me, right? I'm not losing money, but it has that like high of watching somebody else gamble, because they can win big and you're super happy and excited and you're like, yo, let's go, they won so much money. But it also has that super hilarious fact where they're gambling and they lose big, and you're like, oh no, that's so funny, they lost so much money. And it's really enjoyable to watch. If you haven't watched it, like I told you, there's that Pokemon week going on the 7th through 13th on Twitch. It has Ludwig, Mizkiff, Trainwreck, Pokemon's in it, XQC, like a bunch of the huge streamers on Twitch are opening Pokemon boxes, and I highly suggest you watch it, because I think it's going to be super fucking entertaining. So yeah, anyways though, that's basically all I wanted to say in this video, was kind of just sum up why Pokemon cards have been popping off so much. Basically it all started with Logan Paul opening some cards on a stream, saying that people were going to make money for it, which is a blatant lie, but whatever, we ignore him. It got many more people into it at least, and they aren't scamming as bad as he did. So it's been really cool to watch, really fun. If you're not into Pokemon or Pokemon cards, you know, that's fine, but I really enjoy Pokemon, and I really enjoy Pokemon cards, and the gambling aspect as a viewer is really fun to watch. So if you haven't watched it, I suggest watching it. But either way guys, that's going to be the end of the video. If you liked, leave a like down below. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications for when I post more videos just like this. It's free and you can always unsubscribe later. Either way guys, I thank you and I appreciate you for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.